I was totally right in that kind of social milieu. I was totally one of these punks that was basically made and whose life was changed by kind of working in a sort of room full of broken TVs, fixing them up and sort of to send them back out. I say TVs, I don't mean transvestites, I mean televisions. And then off to going out with my pal and buying a copy of God Save the Queen, playing it and just blasting our eardrums with it, and then off to London next week, basically chucking everything in. So that was really, there was just that. So for me and so many other people, the cause and effect thing is just so stark. You never find anything as stark as that again in your life. The great thing about back then as well is because you had the remnants of a welfare state. If you've been working for a while, you got something called a tax rebate, which you stopped, which meant that you kind of you got the tax back and what you paid out in tax that year, you got it back. So people basically stopped work to get their tax rebates, and you also had like housing benefits, and you had kind of decent unemployment benefit programs, and you could go to college for £1 back then. So you didn't, you kind of you could get by. There's lots of kind of part-time temporary jobs. You could do dishwashing, you could do portering. There's just so much around there. So they weren't great jobs, but you could find a job. You could stop work for 6 months, live off tax rebates, and then find a job again and do stuff. And most people who did that, they didn't just kind of waste around. They were kind of forming bands, and they were kind of getting into all sorts of things. They were going to college and all that. So I think it was a great time. It was a great idea that you kind of that you had some kind of paid time out back then. There wasn't the same pressure to kind of achieve and to sort of and basically to be kind of middle aged by the time you were 20.